Hello and welcome to the 3-step blueprint to start building income online without complexity. Today I'm going to go walk you through how ambitious people are exploring ways to build income online using done-for-you offers, systems and support. So a quick disclaimer before we begin. This presentation is for general information only, and it does not provide financial or business advice. No earnings or results are guaranteed, and results vary based on individual effort, skills, and market conditions, and this is not a guarantee of income or results. So my goal is that by the end of this masterclass, you walk away with a really clear plan on exactly how you can start earning online simply. So you've probably seen a lot out there, right? You've seen digital courses, MRR, probably seen things where you invite 2 people and they invite 2 people, MLMs. You've probably seen skincare oils, supplements, and honestly, it gets so confusing. So let me reassure you, this is not that. This is a legitimate way where you can tap into proven offers that are already working and converting, plug into systems and automation that take away a lot of the heavy lifting and tap into mentorship and community so that you're not doing this alone. So who is this for? This is for you if you're open to exploring something alongside what you are already doing. You want more time with family, friends, and what actually matters. You've realized how quickly life can change. You enjoy helping others and making an impact. You're an action taker. You know something needs to change. You want something that fits into your life, and you're open to doing things differently. This is not for you if you're looking for a get-rich-quick outcome, or if you want results without the effort. You're not open to learning or changing. You're committed to staying where you are, or you focus more on why things won't work. So the world has shifted, and it's shifting fast. Millions of jobs are being impacted by AI. 400 to 800 million jobs are expected to be replaced. The cost of living keeps rising. Work from home is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. And stable jobs aren't as secure as they once were. So the old way of working is changing, whether we like it or not. So the question becomes, will you adapt early or be forced later? Now, you might be thinking, is this just another pitch? Well, yes, I am going to show you how to go further with us, but only if it feels like a fit for you. My intention is to give you value first. And if it feels like a no-brainer, then you can take the next step. So my name is Cedar. I'm a mum. I'm living in Far North Queensland in Australia. And while my life looks very different now, that wasn't always my reality. Everything I do now is about creating more time and more freedom and more choice. But I came into this the hard way. So I'm nothing special. I came from this. I spent 5 years in Cambodia running a guest house with no super or savings. At 42, I moved back to Melbourne with my 1-year-old and partner who couldn't work, living with my mum and relying on Centrelink while we rebuilt. We opened a vegan restaurant and then lockdowns hit. And I went back to work and this time with my son, only to lose everything for standing my ground. So I share this with you so you can see what's possible, not what's guaranteed. So I've tried lots of things. A vegan restaurant, a guest house in Cambodia, studying, coaching, a food van, and honestly, so much more. But like a lot of people, I was just trying to find something that actually worked. So I didn't have to work until I was 70, so I could retire early, so I could live the life that I've always desired without relying on a boss. So what I'm about to share today, what I'm about to show you, has been the most simplest, most time-effective path I've found. And all I ask is that you give this your full attention. So imagine your life 6 to 12 months from now. If things actually changed, what would that look like? How would you spend your time? And where are you right now? Because to close that gap, something has to change. So let's go into the simple 3-step framework. So step 1, start simply. You learn how people are getting started online without needing to create their own product, build a large audience, or navigate complex technology. Step 2, you plug into systems and automation. You learn how digital tools and automation can support you by doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you while you are enjoying your life. And step 3, the cheat code. Learn how mentorship, community, and structured processes can help you build momentum and develop your skills. Now, alongside these 3 steps, there are a few extra things you're going to unlock as we go through this. You're going to learn how to plug into a model that's already working, so you're not starting from scratch. You're going to understand the biggest mistakes people make when they try to build online, so you can avoid wasting time, money, and energy like I did. And most importantly, you're going to see a simple path that actually fits into your life, not something that takes over your life, but something that works with it. So let's begin. So step number 1 is this: start simple. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think they need to create their own product, build a massive audience, or figure out all the tech. And that's exactly why most people never get started. But what I've found is the fastest way to get momentum is to plug into something that's already proven, something that's already working, and something that already has demand. Because the truth is, right, the bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. If people are already searching for solutions, if they're already spending money, then you don't need to convince them. You just need to connect them to the right solution. And right now, the biggest problems people are trying to solve are things like their health, their environment, and their income. People are looking for ways to feel better, live longer, reduce toxins, and create more financial stability. These aren't trends. These are long-term growing demands. Now, this concept completely changed how I saw money. Most people are operating on the left side of this quadrant as an employee or self-employed, okay? Which means you're trading time for money. No leverage. If you stop working, the income stops. From the right side, as a business owner or investor, that's where leverage exists. That's where systems work for you. That's where income can come in even when you're not actively working. So this isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about multiplying your effort instead of constantly trading your time for money. Because once you create the leverage, you create options, and that's where freedom starts. Now let's look at this practically. There are really 2 paths people take when they want to start earning online. The first is creating your own product. Now, this sounds exciting at first, okay? You have full control. It's your idea, your brand. But the reality is it takes time. You have to build it, test it, refine it, and then hope that the market actually wants it. There's upfront costs, there's risk, there's no guarantee it's going to convert. The second option is partnering with something that's already proven, where the demand already exists, where the systems are already built, and where the product is already converting. So instead of guessing, you're stepping into something that already works. So when you build from scratch, you get control, but you also take on the time, the risk, and the complexity. When you partner with something proven, you get speed and leverage and support. And when you're starting out, speed and support matter more than anything. Now, this is a really important distinction. So low ticket versus high ticket. With low ticket, you're earning small commissions, which means you need a lot of volume to make meaningful income. And that's where burnout happens. You're constantly working, constantly selling, constantly chasing. With high ticket, it's different. You earn larger commissions, which means you need fewer sales, and that creates leverage. So let me ask you this. Would you prefer to sell 2,000 products or 21? It's the same effort, but a completely different outcome. So when you look at the market, low ticket tends to be things like supplements or skincare, small digital products, whereas high ticket, typically premium solutions, things people are willing to invest in because they can solve real problems at a higher level. Now, step number 2, this is where everything starts to click: systems and automation. Because once you have a product, the next question becomes, how do you actually find people who want it? And this is where most people get stuck. They think, I've got something, yay, now how do I get people to buy it? Most people think the answer is to chase friends and family, network events, cold messages, trying to convince people. And honestly, like, that's exhausting. And this is why most people quit. But this is how it actually works now. You don't chase people. You position yourself so people come to you. You use social media to attract attention. You guide people through a process. They learn, they understand, they decide. And if it's a fit, they move forward. So there are 2 main ways to do this: either paid ads or organic content. Both are designed to do the same thing: bring the right people into your world. With ads, you're putting your message in front of the right people consistently. You're not relying on chance. You're creating predictable exposure. And the best part is it runs whether you're working or not. With organic, you're building a personal brand. You're creating content that connects. You're attracting, just like the videos here and the reels, you're attracting people who resonate with you instead of chasing. You're attracting. And the real secret to making this work is the funnel. This is what allows you to create leverage. So because instead of explaining everything manually, the system is doing it for you. So the process looks like this. Someone sees your content, they click your link, they go through a funnel, they watch a presentation, they book a call, and if it's a fit, then they buy. And you'll see many ads like this on social media. So imagine this. Somebody clicks your link, they go through the funnel, they get a text message sent, they watch the webinar, just like what you're doing now. Somebody books a call, they get confirmation texts and emails, and the call is handled for you, right? I remember the first time this really clicked for me. I was at the airport waiting for luggage in Japan for the 50th anniversary convention, and I got a notification. A sale had come through, not because I was working, but because the system was working. And honestly, at the time, I had no idea where it came from. But that's when I realized that this is different. Now, step number 3, this is what I call the cheat code. Mentorship, community, support, because you can have the right strategy and the right tools, but if you're trying to figure it out all on your own, it takes so much longer and it's so much harder. And most people will quit before they even see results. So this is what accelerates everything. This is what shortens your timeline. This is what builds momentum. You get access to mentors and feedback, weekly calls, and a global community of people on the same path. So let's bring this all together. So far, you've learned why people partner with proven offers instead of building from scratch, how leverage actually works, how systems and automation create freedom, and how this model can scale. Now, imagine this. You have a proven product, done for you systems. a sales process that's already built, a team supporting you, and a global community around you. And when you combine that with the right model, that's when everything starts to scale. So what if, instead of figuring everything out on your own, you could shorten your learning curve by plugging into what already works? Would it make sense to at least explore that further? So let's talk about the offer we partner with. This is a company that's been around for over 50 years, focused on health and wealth and the environment, with a product that people use every single day. And this isn't a trend. This is long-term. And when people ask, is this saturated, the market? The answer is no. This market is still growing globally and the opportunity is still massive. Let's look at this practically. So around 5 sales equals roughly around $15,000. 11 sales equals around $45,000. 21 sales equals around $100,000. Now compare that to low ticket, where you need thousands of sales. Same effort, very different outcome. So you're looking at hundreds to thousands per sale, not small commissions, not constant hustle, or even a job where you need to work for months for this kind of income. This is designed for sustainability. And on this slide, you can see the basic commission structure. The example shown here is based on product sales, product sale commissions with prices listed in Australian dollars. And it's illustrating how commissions can grow from 1A all the way through to 6A. Everybody starts at 1A, and each time you make sales, then you rank up depending on the sales, 2A, 3 to 10 sales, 11 to 20 sales, 3A, and so forth until you get to 6A. But we actually teach you a strategy where you don't just receive 6 points, we actually get you to allow you to receive 8 points, which means you are getting the whole commission structure, which means, well, that's great. So this is where it gets practical. So this slide is showing one example strategy using a quad stack. This is what we call it. So you purchase an Anespa, and then you sell yourself a K8, Ukon, and MGuard. And what that can look like in commissions in your own sales to yourself is $656 in immediate commissions. Your first 5 quad sales in your organization will give you $15,700 in commissions. Next 6 quad sales, so 11 quad sales in total, will be $45,530 in commissions. And then another 10 quad sales takes that to 21 quad sales in total, which is where the slide shows roughly 100K in commissions in total. So it also notes that this company pays out over 57% in commissions to its distributors. So this is why strategy matters. It's not just about making sales. It's about understanding the model, the structure, and how to position yourself properly from the beginning. So when you actually look at the numbers, you start to see why high ticket changes the game. You don't need hundreds or thousands of customers. You don't need to work overtime. You need the right model, the right strategy, and the right offer. So this slide is one of my favorites, and this gives you a broader look at the career path. It shows how the title structure progresses beyond 6A and into additional levels, along with a one-time title achievement, bonuses, and ongoing production incentives. Like, one thing to note here is that this graph particular explains rewards for United States distributors in US dollars, and those higher rewards are tied to company criteria, performance, requirements. So the main point is to show you that this isn't only about one-off commissions. There is a bigger structure here. There is progression and there are incentives and there is a long-term path for people who want to build something substantial. So for example, when you reach 6A, which is the first box there that you see, you receive a one-time title achievement bonus of $3,000 US. Okay. Now, I am currently one sale away from 5A, so I'm very close to hitting this rank. And then once you go further, you receive a $6,000 bonus and so forth. But when you reach 6A2-3, this is where it all starts to get really juicy. And this is where you receive a $25,000 reward one time, and you receive US dollars 5,000 monthly for life. And then you can will that to your children. And of course, it keeps going up and it keeps going up and up. Now, I know people who have actually made it past 6A2-6. They are higher. It doesn't go any higher, but they have made it higher. This is the long-term growth that is possible here. So that's why we created the Digital Era. It's a custom-built platform designed to support you in building and scaling your business. So to automate and to innovate and to educate, because having the right offer is one thing, but having the right infrastructure, so like around you, is what helps you move faster. But the truth is, guys, like information alone doesn't change anything. You can watch this entire training and still stay exactly where you are, because knowing is not the same as doing. But when you bring these together, a proven offer, the right systems and the right support, that's when everything starts to click. So you don't have to figure it out alone, build everything from scratch or spend years making mistakes, because this is already being used by thousands of people across different backgrounds, building income in a way, building income in a more flexible way. So what would change for you if you had the right guidance, support, and a proven pathway? Like not just guessing, not trial and error, but a clear path forward. So this is used by thousands worldwide across different backgrounds, giving you the exact strategy, tools, and resources to build a successful online business from the ground up. So you can start an online income stream without previous experience and alongside your current job. So here's exactly what you get. You'll get a business breakthrough discovery call. This is valued at $99. This is where we look at where you are at, what you want, and whether this is actually the right fit for you. You'll also get behind the scenes discovery process, also valued at $99. So this helps you understand what this actually looks like behind the scenes, so you can make an informed decision and see how the business is structured. Okay. So you'll unlock the Digital Era course. This is valued at $1,997. This is where you start learning the foundations of how this works online, marketing, positioning, systems, and what you actually need to build properly. Once you start your business, you'll get access to the training and the education hub. This is valued at $2,497. And this is where ongoing learning, training, and support lives, so you're not left to try and piece this all together on your own. So you'll get access to live support chat valued at $147. So when you have questions, you're not stuck. You've got support in there when you need it. So far we have the Business Breakthrough Discovery Call, behind the scenes discovery process, the Digital Era course, the Training and Education Hub, live support chat, weekly feedback and community call, access to our funnels, systems, and webinars. You'll get weekly feedback and community calls valued at $197, so you can keep getting support, keep learning, keep refining, and stay connected to other people on the exact same path. You'll also get access to our funnels, our systems, and webinars valued at $79, and invitations to the best events globally, which the slide lists as priceless. Like, really, absolutely priceless. We've got Sydney at the Gala event. We've got Japan. We've got so many other masterminds and events that were just absolutely incredible. Altogether, that's over $5,000 in value, guys. Plus bonuses, okay? You're going to get more bonuses, ads training, AI training, sales training, from some of the best in this space. So you're not just getting the access to the business model, you're getting access to the skills that help you actually build it. And that matters because the right support and the right training can collapse time. So instead of trying to learn everything the hard way, you get to leverage what already works. So today you get access for just $99, guys, with a full money back guarantee. So if all this did was help you build flexible income and give you more freedom and connect you with the right people, would it be worth it? We've seen incredible results from people in this space from all different backgrounds, different stories, different starting points, but all making use of the same model, the same systems, and same support. So here's what to do next. Click the link, secure your spot, book your call, complete the process, and we'll guide you from there. We'll see you on the inside.